officially do fashions on the field here, but you look magnificent in this royal blue suit.
Thank you very much. Yes, the other judge and I have similar tastes, so if anyone notices. But yes, no, fabulous day, fabulous time, and it's absolute honour and privilege to be judging these beautiful ponies.
Brief comment on this class before we go to the results.
All the pony classes have been outstanding and quite difficult to judge, but quality, great kids, great riders, polite competitors, and I hope they've had a good time as I have.
Champion Pony Hack, we have the results.
We will just wait, Lindsay Douglas, as we get ready to make this announcement. A very special class. Our system worked so well this afternoon, Jake. It actually got here too quick, and our stewards quickly looked at us and said, we're not ready. I think it's the first time all show that the stewards had to wait for
the announcer.
Well, no, it's the first time they haven't had to wait, I should say. While we wait for them to come around. Ladies and gentlemen, the first horse on course in the show jumping from down in Victoria, we welcome Philip Lever, and he rides Lomachenko.
Well, we make the presentation in front of the Sydney Royal Stand for special class number 551, the Australian National Champion and Reserve Champion Pony Hack, not exceeding 12 hands. Our champion here this afternoon coming to us from New South Wales. Congratulations. Catalogue number 1259, Trinek and Trina Crawford, and Miss Emma Richardson and Miss Alexia Fraser from Singleton here in New South Wales, and Braeburn Park Spring Dance. And they will be awarded the J.M. Molly Higgins Memorial Perpetual Trophy. It was first awarded in 1993. We also have an award of excellence from the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales, a prize rug from the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales for our champion, and the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales, also the sponsors of the beautiful garland that will be presented to our champion here this afternoon. We see down there Councillor Mr. James Bell. Our ringmaster is down there as well. Councillor Mr. James Angus.
Well, young Annabelle Richardson is on board with a smile from ear to ear, and rightly so. This pony comes to us after a fantastic Barrow-stock Horse of the Year, an even better Grand National at Sydney International Equestrian Centre only a week ago, taking out not one but two grand champions. And Mark Bullen here to make the presentation of the beautiful Molly Higgins Memorial Trophy. We'll just jump in quickly and get some words from Annabelle. Tell us about this beautiful pony.
Oh, she's just amazing and perfect to ride.
Indeed, and against a beautiful lineup here today. You've really struck the eye of so many of our judges over the last few weeks. For the boys and girls in the crowd, can you describe this pony to us?
She's just a pleasure to have around and amazing, really.
Lovely bloodlines as well. Congratulations to you. Enjoy every moment.
I will, thank you.
In the show jumping, Philip Lever, Lomachenko, 12 jumping, 82.80, time allowed 95 seconds. On course, Amelia Douglas and Upper Class Z.
And our reserve champion here this afternoon is coming to us from Victoria. Congratulations, catalogue number 1375, Madison Urell and Rocky Hills Achilles, taking out the reserve championship. And of course, a big thank you to White Horse Equestrian, a prize voucher for the Australian National Reserve Champion Pony Hack, not exceeding 12 two hands. A big thank you to White Horse Equestrian. Our judge, Mrs. Jane Gardner, down there now making the presentation. Congratulations, Madison Urell from Victoria and Rocky Hills Achilles taking out the Reserve Championship.
Just one fence left to go for Amelia Douglas. She turns down to the final fence. She's just got that one rail on the ground, 4 jumping penalties. Hey, Sydney, give her a big round of applause. What a great ride from the young gun. Safely over the last, 87.96, 4 jumping, no time. Next out will be Aaron Hadlow riding Valenvader.
Well, Braeburn Park Spring Dance, your champion pony hack, and Rocky Hill Achilles, your reserve champion. Congratulations to our successful exhibitors here today, and put your hands together as they make their way out of the Mackay Arena.
Well, we see Lindsay Douglas, the wonderful Trinette and Trina Crawford. Of course, they won this championship last year with this wonderful horse as well. So the second year in a row, they have taken out the championship. Braeburn Park Spring Dance, winner in 2021-22, and believe it or not, was also the winner in 2019. So a 3-time winner. Paul Austin was the winner in 2017 with Whitmere. Royal Consort. Dale Plum won it in 2015 with DP Gigolo. The Africa family were winners in 2014 with Falconhurst First Dance. And then we go right back to 2007 where the Wells family and LJS Prediction were the winners. But Braeburn Park Spring Dance has just completed its 3rd championship in this particular class since the year of 2019.
What a very special moment. Another special moment taking place here in the show jumping arena. Aaron Hadlow from Albion Park is our rider on course. So we've seen our first 2 riders go. Phil Lever had 3 fences. So each time you knock a rail down, we had 4 jumping penalties. A disobedience on the course. First disobedience is 4 jumping penalties. Second disobedience is is elimination. Jump a fence out of order from their numbered 1 to 13. Elimination, fall of horse or rider elimination. Exceed the time allowed of 95 seconds. Also will get 1 time penalty for every second that you are over the time allowed. Object of the game is to stay on that best possible score of 0. It's a 2-round Grand Prix competition. As we come to the Paddington Terraces as the final fence. Aaron Hadlow's 4 fences need to be rebuilt. Safely over the last, stops the clock, 85.87. 20 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 20 for Valenvader and Aaron Hadlow. Well, those beautiful photos being taken over there for our champion and reserve champion, the Australian National Champion Pony Hack, not exceeding 12.2 hands. And another champion makes their way out in the show jumping arena now. This is Ali Lamb, and Ali is riding Eagle Rock. Eagle Rock, the imported warm blood stallion, purchased in Europe by Andrew and Ali, imported to Australia. Dairy farmers from over there at Denison in the East Gippsland, right near Sale. And Ali does a lot of the legwork with keeping the horses fit and healthy. And Andrew works in the dairy. They're 2 beautiful children. Great to see Joel, their oldest, competing.
Well, we make the presentation in front of the Cumberland stand here this afternoon in ring number 2 for special class number 345, the best riding pony gelding. Our winner here this afternoon is catalogue number 1113. Roseanne Bowman's nomination from Pitt Town here in New South Wales, and Rathowen Reuben. Congratulations, side by Dean Hill's Revolution out of Rathowen Ruby Red, taking out special class 345, the best riding pony gelding. And we award that presentation now in ring number 2. Our judge is Mrs. Kerry Dunstan. Our chief steward, Councillor Mr. Chris Carter over there awarding the presentation.
Ali Lamb, no problem at the final fence, stops the clock. 88.70. Just that one rail down. Of course, we take the top 10 back to the second round. 8 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 8. And at this stage, Amelia Douglas, upper class Z on the 4 penalties. I think a 4-fault round, she'll definitely be back. We'll be close. I think Ali may just sneak in there. Top 10 from the first round will come back this afternoon at 3:30 for the second round of competition. Next out into the arena, former Australian show jumping champion. Had a win here on the young horse earlier this week. She is riding CP Arantino, number 5 in the draw, and from Chatham Park Stables. The Douglas family's operation out there at Chatham Park at Wilberforce. This is Amber Fuller taking on the Graham Watts designed Grand Prix course. Is this the day that they step to the limelight? They shine and take home the blue ribbon in the Sydney Royal Easter Show Grand Prix.
Well, we welcome out our next championship class in ring number 1 here this afternoon. This is special class number 550. We are now judging the Australian National Champion and Reserve Champion Pony Hack over 12-2 hands and not exceeding 14.
Well, Amber Fuller, CP Arantino, the 20 jumping penalties. Not today the day, no time penalties. A total of 20. As we welcome out now, Sherry Barton's Kelso. Apparently I've been calling it Celso. Apparently the correct punctuation for Kerry Barton is Kelso. Kelso, bred by the Barton family and ridden by Sherry Barton's daughter, Jessica, Jess Pateman. Has been a top Grand Prix horse. Jess, having won many riding classes and hack classes on the flat, transitioned many years ago to the show jumping arena, and these days spends as much time with her husband, Steve Pateman, in the racing circles as she does the show jumping. And she rides Kelso, number 6 in the draw. still looking for that elusive clear round here this afternoon. Tough track by our course designer. Up to the treble. Nicely through there. Time allowed, 95 seconds. No rider has been over the time allowed. In fact, no one's been within 6 seconds of the time allowed or exceeding it. This has been a line that's caused some problems. It's this Oxer jumping out of this combination. They've really got to reach for that back rail. Kelso, Jess Pateman. 2 fences left to go. Let's keep our eye on it. Cross your fingers, cross your toes. Unfortunately, a rail down at the second last. 4-fault Roundel, still keep her in good position. Oh, she took a hold. Oh, too late rails. 8 jumping penalties. 90.58. 8 jumping penalties. 90.58 for Jessica Pateman and Kelso. Tom McDermott, last year's winner, makes his way out onto centre stage now. And he rides the McInerney's family, Warley Park Cortez. This horse, sired by the same horse as the previous horse, ASB Conquistador. Of course, Conquistador brought to Australia by the Barrera family. Great to see Michelle Barrera. Just gave birth to a beautiful little baby with her husband. And Diamond B Stud were the producers of Conquistador. And Warley Park Cortez, last year's winner, Tom McDermott, has 2 horses in this class. Elegance de la Chamille and this horse here. Can he get the Oxer? Oh, yes, you can see how much he had to work there. It's wide. It's nearly $1.70 wide coming out of that fence. Down a very long line. 1 fence left to go. Safely on the last. Clear round. Tom McDermott. No jumping penalties, no time penalties. Warley Park Cortez jumps the first clear round. He guarantees himself a spot in the second round of competition. No jumping penalties, no time penalties. 88.40 as we now welcome out from Victoria, Amanda Ross, RLE, Pollinstown, Will. Amanda, an elite eventer, having ridden for her country at the Olympic Games in 2000, been to the top of the highest levels of the eventing world. The last few years transitioned to straight show jumping with this lovely horse. A great group of owners involved. And RLE, Pollinstown Will, the next of our combinations to go.
Well, we can see working out in front of the Sydney Royal stand here this afternoon, we have our next championship class. And this is the judgment of the Australian National Champion, Pony Hack, over 12 hands and not exceeding 14. Our champion will receive the A.R. Pullman Perpetual Trophy, Edwardian Sterling Silver Twin Handle Cup, made by James Jackson and Son in Sheffield in 1903, donated by Mr. Grant R. Pullman and first presented in 1980. The Pullman family has been associated with the Royal Easter Show for 5 generations. A.R. Pullman belonged to the 3rd generation of the family and played the most significant role, particularly in relation to pony classes at the show.
Amanda Ross completes her round. RLE Pollinstown will. Just the one rail down. 94.87. 8 jumping penalties for the 2 rails. No time, a total of 8. That will rank her in 5th place. Top 10 will come back for the second round. As we welcome out now our leading Group A Section 1 horse of the show this year. It's been a tough 6 or so months for this young lady. 12 months ago, she didn't ride here. She had just given birth to her beautiful little second child, Thomas. There's been some other dramas going on. She's risen above it all. She's an absolute champion of the sport from Ebenezer. We welcome out Jamie Winning Kermond, Yandu Oaks Constellation, owned by John and Kerry Winning. Napa, as is known around the stables, has been in the team at Yandu for over 12 years. He's had 3 international tours, and it is great to welcome Jamie here to the centre stage.
Oh, just looking at this beautiful trophy you were speaking about, Jake, and seeing the names going back in history, Lowland Glen, the likes of Furzy Catman, Kiraway Show Me, and in more recent years, Beckworth Morning Symphony, and Whitmere Top Model, the likes of ACM Ballerina. Who will it be for 2022?
And Lindsay, it's also lovely to welcome down to the presentation area here this afternoon, Mr. Grant Pullman. Lovely to see you, Grant. And he will be awarding the A.R. Pullman Perpetual Trophy for the Australian National Champion Pony Hack over 12 hands and not exceeding 14 hands. And that is the class we're currently judging here this afternoon in front of the Sydney Royal stand, ring number 1. Well, the next of our classes have come forward to ring number 4 in front of the big screen. Class number 506, the Child's Hack, over 15 hands to be ridden by a child 12 years and under 17.
Jamie Winning Kermond, Yandu Oaks Constellation. She comes down to the final fence. Sydney, put your hands together. You little beauty. 92.09, no jumping penalties, no time penalties. What a ride. And our second clear round, second horse to book a spot into the second round of competition here this afternoon. Well, we're going to now welcome the next of our riders. She jumped a superb first round on her first of 2 horses in this class. Amelia Douglas changes now to ride Finch Farm Cadell. And the youngest rider in the class, Amelia Douglas.
It is my great pleasure to announce that we have the results of the Australian National Champion Pony Hack, the recipient of the A.R. Pullman Trophy. Congratulations, catalogue number 1761, Mandalay Silk Road. Chelsea Morelli, Joanne Presswidge. The lovely gelding comes forward. And of course now we have the contender to work out for reserve champion as we make the presentation. And the beautiful, beautiful A.R. Pullman Trophy about to be presented.
And it's lovely to welcome Mr. Graham Pullman down to our presentation area, presenting that beautiful perpetual trophy, the A.R. Pullman Perpetual Trophy.
One fence left to go, just carrying the 4 jumping penalties. Hey, Sydney, put your hands together for Amelia Douglas, Finch Farm, Cadell. Thank you, Jake.
My pleasure, Tim. And they will also receive the beautiful medallion, the Award of Excellence from the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales, the Excellence Medallion for the Australian National Champion Large Pony Hack, the beautiful garland, also presented by the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales, and a lovely rug as well from the Royal Agricultural Society of New South Wales. Councillor Mr. James Bell has the beautiful garland and a trophy rug in his hands as we speak now, and awarding our champion with that here this afternoon.
Bred by Susie Stewart, and Chelsea Morelli that you see on board there has owned Mandalay Silk Road since he was a yearling, known as Harry at Home, and has had a lot of great successes. She's been riding for about 20 years, this lady. Her mum and dad have been huge supporters, and this horse is no stranger to the winner's podium.
Well, while we see all the accolades being made, all the presentation being made, number 11 of 15 is now in the draw. The winner of the EFA Cup here on Easter Saturday, Josh Collins, rides Sarah Williams, and Josh and Emma Smith, and Collins' nomination of Cornell, the beautiful stallion. It was a 3-year-old. He'd ridden it twice, and he turned to his good mate Kermo and said, Kerm, this is going to be a good horse. He made the call so early, and great to see this combination out here in the Grand Prix show jumping on Easter Monday at the Sydney Royal Easter Show. So 2 fences left to go, just carrying the 4 jumping penalties. Josh Collins, Cornell, comes down to the final fence, sets himself up safely over the last. 88.43, under the time allowed of 95 seconds. 4 jumping penalties, no time penalties, a total of 4. As we welcome out now, number 12 in the draw, Reese Stones and Shatina. And as we cross down to Lindsay Douglas with a very happy nomination down here with that beautiful rug and garland.
Well, the mighty little pocket rocket jockey on board, Chelsea Morelli. She and her family's wonderful people inside the show ring, but also huge supporters of showing more broadly. This is Mandalay Silk Road. They call him Harry at Home. We're getting some photos now with the A.R. Pullman. But I'll tell you what, Harry's more interested in the show jumping than the photos. Chels, tell us about this exhibit.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we've owned him since he was a yearling, and today was our last ride together. So to be here is amazing. He's really special to me, and I believed in him when not many people did. So to be here as champion after being reserve a few times, it's really incredible. And I just want to thank Mum and Dad for everything, Jess and Reese, Kevin, and everyone else who's helped us. It's been a really amazing journey.
Chelsea, I'm not letting you go anywhere without giving us Harry's full CV from the beginning.
Well, we purchased him from Susie Stewart as a yearling, and we did a lot in hand with much success. As a newcomer, you know, you have your challenges, but we definitely were really well performed. We won every newcomer class we went into. He was best novice at Melbourne Royal, reserve champion at Canberra Royal twice, and reserve champion here last year. So to be here, and last week was Grand Nationals, and he was reserve champion there as well. So very decorated, and I couldn't be prouder.
You're taking out the big one of the 200th Sydney Royal. Enjoy every second of it. Chelsea Morelli.
Reese Stone's our rider on course. I did hear a thanks to Jess and Reese. Right now, Shatina. One fence left to go, safely over the last. It won't be the score he was hoping for, but a great ride, a big step up for Shatina and Reese Stones. Just 3 horses and riders left to go in this competition. The second place getter here yesterday. It is out of part 2, stepping up into the Grand Prix from down there in the Yarra Valley of Victoria from Cavalli Park. It is Paul Brent riding Fontaine Blue.
Well, I'm here with Grant Pullman, holding the A.R. Pullman Memorial Cup for our large pony hack. Tell us about the significance of this trophy to your family.
Well, my father was A.R. Pullman, better known as Bill Pullman, and he judged lots of different classes of horses at Sydney Royal, but his favourite was always the ponies. He bred ponies and he showed them himself and he judged them.
You'll be happy with the result here today, a lovely type.
Very nice, yes, I watched, actually, very pleasing result.
Thank you so much for having a chat with me today, Grant Pullman.
Thank you.
Well, the next class we're judging in front of the Cumberland stand here this afternoon in ring number 3 is class number 435, the Welsh Pony Mare or Gelding Section A. Our judge here this afternoon is Miss Alice Austin.
Well, Paul Brent now our rider on course, riding Fontaine Blue VDL. Just the 2 horses and riders on the clear round. And we'll have a result down here with Lindsay Douglas shortly.
Well, we will bring you the results when they line up here in a moment. Our lovely large pony hacks have been judged, and we will bring you the results. Of course, our champion, Mandalay, Silk Road, Chelsea Morelli and Joanne Presswidge, the exhibitors here today. And as they line up, I can tell you that our reserve champion was the successful competitor in the open pony class, not exceeding 14 hands. It's 1, 3, 3, 8. Renee Dorney's nomination, Wakefield Classic. And I think she knew she had a great workout here today, because Renee's just a joy always in the ring, but she came out with a big smile on her face after their workout. The brown black gelding taking out reserve champion.
And our reserve champion will also receive a beautiful prize voucher from White Horse Equestrian. So we thank White Horse Equestrian.
Well, just while they line up here, Paul Brent stops the clock. 4 jumping penalties, no time penalties, ranked in 5th place, so we'll definitely see him. 8 falters will get back as well. As I look there, Kelso, Eagle Rock, Finch Farm, Cadell as our 8th, 7th and 6th. Our second last horse to go. This is Ashley, City Lights and Frida Ligren.
Well, as we go through past winners of the A.R. Pullman Perpetual Trophy, and of course Joanne Presswidge, as Lindsay Douglas mentioned down there, with young Chelsea Morelli taking out the championship, with Mandalay, Silk Road, OM was the winner of this championship in 2004 and 2005 with Royalwood Merry Music. In 2008 it was Mrs Suzanne Burt and Castleton Velvet Rose. 2010, 2011 Penelope Cobalt and Cold Beach Channing were winners. In 2016 Mr Paul Austin and Mr Mark Lilly and Janice Elliott and Miss Universe. Miss Alexia Fraser was the champion in 2019 with Beckworth Charming Dream, and in 2021 Rachel Alyssa and Claudia Douglas and T.L. Toyboy. But this year it is Mandalay Silk Road, Chelsea Morelli and Mrs Joanne Presswidge. And right now we'll cross back down to Miss Lindsay Douglas.
Well, Renee Dorney here with Wakefield Classic, taking out reserve champion large pony hack. We're just getting the photos, but we'll dive in. We'd love to hear a few words, Renee.
Thanks, Lindsay. Look, once again, very proud to be here. It's such a big crowd. It's awesome to ride in front of everybody. It's super challenging today in front of this massive course of show jumping. It keeps us on our toes, but we're very, very grateful. I'm very thrilled for my friend who just took out the championship. We always keep each other honest and couldn't go to a better competitor, and I thank the judges and the sponsors of the event and the RAS for putting this on.
Enjoy every moment out there. And Jane Gardner, your thoughts on this class?
Outstanding ponies, outstanding quality, and yes, it was tricky with the show jumping, and it's always spooky out here, but stunning ponies, and thank you for coming out to showing under me.
Well, as they make their way out of the arena in a few moments' time, you're welcome to warm up those hands, Sydney Royal, and show these large pony hacks just what you think of the quality, the production, and the team behind the scenes.
Well, one fence left to go. Frida Lindgren, Ashley City Lights comes down to the final fence. Safely over the last. 92.03. Well, just one horse and rider left to go. Tom McDermott and Elegance de la Chamille. He's one of two horses in the jump off or in the clear round status. Top 10 will come back. So 8 faults or less looks like they will come back. We'll get the official word from our judge in a moment. As we welcome out now Tom McDermott and Elegance de la Chamille. One fence left to go. Tom McDermott comes down to the final fence, the Paddington Terrace. 86.71, 86.71, a beautiful clear round. That's our third clear round. Well, as she has now officially concluded her judging, a massive thank you to Jane Gardner, our judge, judging our open show ponies from Gros Vale here in New South Wales with over 20 years experience, having spent her majority of her judging time in the show horses and show hunters and riding ponies, Welsh ponies, warm bloods, thoroughbreds and Anglo-Arabs. And she owns thoroughbreds and riding ponies. And having been here at the show competing and horse events from the 1960s till now, the Easter Show is embedded in Jane's life. Like many participants and competitors over the years, a passion for the show has followed through the generations with the family. The Sydney Royal Easter Show is an impeccable tradition for thousands of people from the past to the future. And the show offers agricultural education from farmers and groups around Australia. And it was a great honour to be able to be asked to judge here this year. And we thank Jane, our judge here from Gros Vale, Jane Gardner, who has judged our novice show pony hacks, our open show ponies, and our junior equestrian showcase classes as well. And as she makes her way out of the arena, thank you, Jane. It's been wonderful to watch. Well, that concludes the first round of jumping competition. We'll have the official top 10 back for the second round. We're just getting that from our judge, Mr. Hona Yu. And the top 10 in reverse seated order: Kelso, Jessica Pateman, scrapes in on 8 faults, Ali Lamb, Eagle Rock, Amelia Douglas, Finch Farm Cadell, Frida Ligren, Ashley City Lights, Paul Brent, Fontaine Blue, VDL, Josh Collins with Cornell, Amelia Douglas with Upper Class Z, and then our clear rounds: Jamie Winning Kermond, Yandu Oaks Constellation, Warrelly Park Cortez, and Tom McDermott Elegance de la Chamille. Second round will commence at 3:30 this afternoon, and we look forward to watching it all unfold here in front of us.